Hello, my dear subscribers. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lana, and today we discuss celebrities news and drink a lot of coffee. Let's go! And just some information about myself. I'm an immigrant from Russia. I lived in the US for several years. I had my green card about maybe 8 years. Unfortunately, I'm not good in counting, but approximately like longer than 5 years, longer than my eligibility for the citizenship came. I already was eligible for my passport for citizenship. However, when I returned to the US in 2019 from my long trip to Russia after I was arrested and I was released from jail. So, I wanted just to relax and I wanted to sit in Russia to be with my family, and this is what I wanted. I wanted actually to be with my family back in 2016 and to deliver my child back in Russia, but my green card was taken in the airport. So many things happen to me in the airport all the time. So whenever I come back from Russia, I either get arrested, go to jail, my green card is taken from me, and this is just all Elliot Spitzer involvement, former New York governor, who apparently tries to ruin my life as hard as he can because he's just an evil little jerk. So, I thought maybe, maybe this is not Spitzer. Maybe I'm just overthinking. Maybe, it's not it. But when on my first court date, a huge folder, a huge basket with all the other cases came to the courtroom. My folder was on top of it. I'll show you the picture right above. My case number and my name was there, and his name, huge sticker, Spitzer name on it, without him being in my case, in my immigration removal case. He was not there, his name was not there. However, his name was on my folder, on the sticker, and this sticker was later taken by the judge and hidden in her pocket. Very, very strange, I thought. And also all of my hearings regarding this case had been heard after everybody. They make me come first to court at 9:30 a.m. They listen to everybody's cases. In my case, they listen when everybody is out of the room. This is strange. It happened to me several times in immigration court. It happened to me several times already in civil court, where I have a pending case against Plaza Hotel, where Spitzer abused me, choked me, raped me, and did all of these awful things to me. So my case somehow heard when I'm the last one in the room. Really? What I'm doing good, I'm doing a good research, and I researched case on my own, and I found out actually that, so let's say that you had two crimes of moral turpitude, like it's an immoral crime, and this crime involves theft, prostitution, something else, something immoral. And if you have two of these crimes, that means you get in, after removal proceedings, you get in a lifetime ban from the United States. You can get a ban for about 5 years for other crimes, 10 years for other removal. But in my case, I already had one crime of moral turpitude, which I pled guilty to 2017, when I was already a year in jail. I pled guilty, so it was a crime of moral turpitude, which I'm now trying to remove as well. And this is another interesting story which I'm going to share with you later on. I'm just saying that, hey guys, you could not prosecute me because there is a statute of limitations, and the statute of limitations had already been passed for the case with another angry man who gave me documents to rent the apartment and who later said I extorted documents from him. Really? And all of these emails that I have in my possession showing that I did not actually extort these documents. Actually, so it's another story, but they just wanted me to plead guilty to something, and I really wanted to already get out of jail. You just put a person in jail, you give me $1 million bail. Spitzer, longtime friend, like 35 years old, they knew each other, with that Judge Solomon, whose family now dead, and his son was jumping out from the window and killing his mother. Very, very sad story, actually. However, so this was also on the news, but however, this judge was his friend for 35 years and he gave me $1 million bail. Am I a terrorist, Judge Solomon? Can you please tell me why my bail was so high, actually? You know, if I had like 100,000 bail bond, you can just pay $10,000 and you can get out of jail and fight for your case. But in case of $1 million bail, 10% of co-payment for this bail would be $100,000 in cash, and also a property that values like $900, the rest $900,000. So I did not have friends like that. Nobody wanted to mess up with a former politician and so on. So let me just explain you that my 2 crimes of moral turpitude would make me get out of this country forever, and this is what Spitzer wants. My case, so strangely, with COVID, when my case happened before COVID, but when the COVID started, it delayed, and it was delayed not for so long as my lawyers assumed. They thought, oh, my case would be delayed for 5-6 years because of the backlog of in immigration court. However, it was not delayed. Really? Everybody's cases are delayed, and I memorized other people's cases, their cases, they're like alien numbers, and when I Google the alien numbers in the special government's website, their cases somehow are not delayed soon as my case was. So let's say the same woman, other man was in removal proceedings, their case delayed for 5 years. My case was delayed. I had to have my last master hearing in New York in June, and that would be the last one, but I transferred my case to Florida because I'm a half resident of Florida. My case will be heard in August 2024. I have plenty of time, but I can't wait to resolve my case, really. Saying that, I found a very nice law that actually makes people who are in removal proceedings get their eligible citizenship. So listen, guys. In 2018, a case with Youth in Nielsen was decided, and it actually opened a 14 months gap to apply for a citizenship. Even if you are under removal proceedings, if you are otherwise eligible for citizenship, you could get it. However, this from Department of Homeland Security, I believe, this is the agency. So here in New York, in America, there are so many immigration agencies like USCIS, Department of Homeland Security, Immigration Central Enforcement, and so they're under different, but this USCIS is under DHS. ICE is just some other angry guys that make you suffer. So it was a nice law, actually. If you are otherwise eligible, what the you want from me? It actually had a meaning that if you are under warrant of arrest, so if you guys get in a notice that you are in removal proceedings, you either get in a notice to appear in court, in immigration court, where you can attend these hearings and solve your case not being detained in immigration jail. This is a notice to appear. And there is another warrant of arrest. So they give you a warrant of arrest, they put you in jail, and you sit in jail, and actually it's immigration detention. However, to me it's jail. So you sit there until your case is decided, and it could be for years, it could be less, but you are there until your case is decided. So these guys from DHS, when this law had passed, they thought, oh gosh, so we have so much business. There is an Immigration Central Enforcement, there is DHS. We really don't want you guys to get the citizenship that you actually deserve, fully deserve your citizenship. If you're watching this, you are under removal proceedings and you haven't been issued a warrant of arrest, you are eligible for your citizenship. You don't have to file so many motions, opposition papers to these people. You do not have to spend thousands of dollars for these stupid attorneys. And attorneys retainer starts from $15,000, which first of all is like secured in some special bank account, and then your lawyer writes down whatever he spent time on solving your case, and it could be more than 15, it could be less than 15. If it's less than 15,000, he's gonna give you money back. But actually, this is a sample retainer agreement that whoever has problems with immigration, they must hire lawyers who is going to solve problems, right? No, these charities and other churches, they don't have an option for you, a free option for you, a free legal defense for you if you are in removal proceedings. They have an option if you are filing for asylum. You know, if you are like this person who just cared so badly to get back to your country, but so you must choose between your case of asylum that you can file for free or this like ongoing payments to your lawyer. Gosh, this is awful. And so I'm saying that this gap was like a really nice law that actually these brothers youths, they fought for it for several years. And their case was about when their mother came to America, she had a fake marriage and they were otherwise eligible, and so they all got their green cards, and these two brothers, they did not, have this fake marriage with this, so they did not have control and power over their mother's decision. However, they were otherwise eligible for their immigration's benefits. However, when their fake marriage was found out, the mother's green card was taken away, and they wanted to take their green cards away, but their defense was that actually they did not have the authority, and they were eligible for green cards and further proceedings with immigration naturalization. And this is a fair law, actually, yes. I was eligible for my citizenship long ago, and I did not apply because of my situation. Yes, when you are after several hours of abuse at Plaza Hotel, and long ago, I could not even count how many times this Elliot Spitzer, former governor of New York, abused me. And I was pregnant at that night at Plaza Hotel, right? And I lost my child the next day, the same day. Actually, it was like the next day in Russia because we had different time zones, but it was the same day in America. And I lost my child. You know what? Fuck you. You just go fuck yourself, fucking piece of nothing. And all this evidence of my ripped off wallet, my ripped off bag, the phone that were found by police officers in a garbage can under bed, under armchair, cordless phone, like he tore the cord out of the phone. He took the batteries out of the phone. At Plaza Hotel there were like a old phone with the batteries and another phone with the cord. So he took the cord out, he took the batteries out. This is how you help me, Spitzer, really? Oh, then he said, oh, I'm there to help her with her period. Really? And this is why you did not come downstairs to help? Really? Fucking asshole, fucking liar. And so you're now trying to remove me from the country. Oh, you know what better? Watch. I'm not gonna have any guilty pleas. I'm going to get my citizenship next year. You're just gonna watch me, idiot. So I'm just saying that this government, this American government, they have this alluring picture of this country being so great, and they have this alluring picture of this country to be fair and to be actually service for people. However, they use people. This is actually a nice law. I love it. And you know what they said? Let me read to you. So this huge building, huge organization, Department of Homeland Security. After this law was in progress, and I wanted to use this law as my removal defense, as my actually immigration benefit that I'm entitled to, they said the agency's decision that a notice to appear would suffice a warrant of arrest. So, as required by Panel 1429 as a faulty interpretation of congressional intent, impermissible reading of that statute. Anyways, when I thought, okay, this law is wonderful, I'm gonna use it, I did not think they can actually change the law, and they did. So they changed the law by saying, oh, warrant of arrest? But notice to appear is actually the warrant of arrest. You do not have a clear definition of what is arrest. Oh, really? Oh, really? When a police officer has a warrant of arrest, what they do? They put you in jail, right? Or what? They offer you a drink? They bring you coffee? Or what? So this agency is trying to manipulate the wording, manipulate the verb. They're saying that notice to appear is actually the warrant of arrest. Oh, really? F you. F you. You could save so many people's hassles. You are just doing the scammers. You are just the biggest scammers out there in the Congress or where you sit. Seriously, like, this is very annoying to me. So many people could be eligible for their citizenships until you guys said, oh, warrant of arrest? Oh, notice to appear. Oh, we don't know. There is no clear definition of Oh, really? Was this clear definition for you? And you know what I'm gonna say? So my case with Mr. Kaufman, the one who actually helped to subpoena Trump documents through his Jewish company with Cyrus Vines, with other people. They actually subpoenaed Trump's documents, and when I go to courts, I have a very, very hard time getting to court because there are so many journalists with cameras, with all other things standing, and it's hard to get through because of you, Kaufman. And you give me a hard time to actually file anything in that civil court and in Supreme Court because you speak to clerks, to supervisor clerks. They give me a hard time to do anything at all over there. And you know what I'm gonna say to you guys? So this country is very corrupt. This is not the country that I came to. I came here at 20 years old. I had my pink eyeglasses and I thought, oh my gosh, pretty building, pretty street, pretty store. Oh my gosh, everything is just so pretty. I didn't know the core of this country. The core is actually stand by these awful people who just do whatever they want. They are making a law saying, oh, this is a law for you guys, for enjoy, for easy breezy. Then in Johnny Depp's case, this evidence was prohibited. How come you just rule the court like this? You just do whatever you want. So let me from now on application for getting a citizenship. Finally bring your family here. Finally, like, travel whatever you want. Finally get like whatever other things you want to do. You are getting nothing because they interpret the words however they want. And you know what? I'm going to interpret the words the way I understand them from now on. If the case means sealed and Kaufman and his other attorneys have the access to the sealed records, no other case which marked sealed means nothing to me. You know what he did? I filed a case against him in civil court because civil court, very fast, and I want my things to be done very fast. So he transferred the case to Supreme Court, and while he was transferring it, he sealed it because I did not have access to online system they had specialty for attorneys, and as I'm doing everything as pro se, I did not have opportunity to answer while this case was transferring. I didn't know that it was transferring to another court. So they sealed the case on its way. They sealed my exhibits, which contains pictures, ripped off things. They sealed my exhibit of me being pregnant and being not pregnant at the time, like I got back to Russia, so they hid it. Actually, guys, whatever you can see now about me is that I'm this, poor Russian girl who was just trying to extort this rich, great man who just fall from grace, according to Times, fall from grace. So whatever you see, this is not what is there, not what is in the core. You don't see the photographs, you don't see my evidence. I cannot, use my evidence publicly so newspapers or like a regular person can access these documents. This is all sealed. And if it's all sealed, you know what you see? Me being an extortionist all over, me being a prostitute, me being bad moral character. You don't see whatever is really there. And actually, this is another issue with Amber Heard's case as well. In Johnny Depp's case, this evidence was prohibited. How come you just rule the court like this? You just do whatever you want. So let me from now on understand word sealed the way I want to understand. And if you, Kaufman, is going to bring me to court and apply for sanctions by not obeying the court rules, I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to shake my sealed case with the name change petition, and your answer that you wrote, oh, you know, she changed her name, but actually she could not change her name and blah blah blah. But you know what, Kaufman, you said referring to my sealed name change. How about that? So f you, really. I'm not gonna hear anything. If it's sealed, I'm going to apply this case, you know, I'm gonna open government website and say, you know, guys, you interpret words the way you understand it, and I interpret words the way I understand it. Yes, poor Russian girl from the immigrant and all other things you want to apply to me does not count. So guys, really, this edit was seriously about all these corrupted things that going on in this country. They want you to make believe that they're doing something for you. They actually do not do anything for you. No, they do not do anything for you. They change the law, they interpret the words differently, they understand the words differently. Really? And we cannot, you know, go out on the street and just shake the fucking flag and say, fucking give us the right, our proper rights back, because we fought for these laws. People paid so much money, they paid so much other, you know, means, like they spent their times, they did everything to change whatever should be changed, and you just understand the world differently. Really, me too. I understand the words differently. Plus, you know, these people who sit in DHS, they're United States of America English-speaking people, they understand the words differently. I'm from Russia. I understand maybe a part of your language. You know, I'm going to rely on this too. I understand just, you know, a little bit. I interpret the terms differently. I'm stupido. Yoo-hoo. So really, I'm very mad about it. And you know, they are doing everything so quietly. Let me actually tell you in one more edit what they're doing very quietly. Money laundering. Okay guys, well, nice to see you. Hope you enjoyed my podcast, and I'll get back to you very soon.